you there? Like now. Hello.
Hi.
We're back.
Yes.
I don't know if anyone noticed. Ain't nobody
I'm
noticed.
Fatima. Hello, let's do the thing.
And I'm Ash.
And we are Fatash. Okay.
And my lips still don't want to respond to every word. So.
I still feel.
You still feel what? Are you talking? I can't hear you. Nope. Can't hear you. Yeah, I can't lip read either. Mike, if you can understand what she's saying, put her words as captions in the pop-up down below. Nope, still can't hear you. Nope. Can you do sign language? You know how to do sign language? Sign language. Sign fingers. No, okay. I don't know sign language anyway. And I can't get my hands to stop. There we go. Nope. Look at that. Been gone for 3 weeks and already got technical difficulties as soon as the show starts. Professionals! Damn it, my legs! God. Every time. I never remember where my faces are. There it is. My disappointed face. I ought to just make that number 1 on the keyboard because that's just my default look at this point. I mean, how did you jack up your mic that fast? We literally just said our names and now quiet. You can still communicate in the chat. I can understand. I can read. Like muted in StreamYard or muted in her? Ooh, I don't even know what program she's using. Mm-hmm. Well, do we need to cut? Like, maybe you need to exit StreamYard altogether. Guess I'll just sing a song. Look, I am not. I'm going to my room. Where my buttons at? I'll just wait out here. Oh, finally! I just went to my bedroom.
So you can hear me now.
Okay. There we are. Yes.
Okay. Why do I need to wear on these headphones?
So that there's not like an echo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
yes.
Especially when he starts playing.
But now it's pushed my hair back and I look dumb. But you were telling me that I don't look dumb.
You look very bohemian. You look like you don't wear a deodorant in the summer.
I have on deodorant.
I said you look like the type who like lets their armpit hair grow out, don't wear deodorant. Probably dabs themselves with their vaginal secretions. Did you hear about that?
If I could sell that shit as a candle, like I would, because I need the money. But
oh, you can. At least 2 people have done it. Erykah Badu and
Gwyneth Paltrow, yes.
Yeah. And Erykah Badu sold out within like an hour. So, you know, if this show pops off, you could.
Yes.
But apparently people are like well, I can't say how many, but I saw that it's like a TikTok trend, which I, God forbid, there's always a TikTok trend where folks will like dab their vaginal secretions on their wrists like perfume, and I'm just like,
Pheromones.
that does not. First of all, okay, where's my finger? Wrong finger. First of all, there should not be a
Don't you want
smell.
2 fingers?
Ah! First of all, there should not be a scent from your vaginal secretions. Okay, that's first and foremost. I mean, a very slight smell, if anything, because we're human. You know, stuff happens, bacteria.
Anywhere
and all
the skin folds, you're gonna have a smell. Yeah,
slightly, but not enough to like draw someone's attention.
No, I think that's supposed to work on like a subconscious level, like pheromones. Like pheromones, you can't smell them, like, but they do have an impact on people's behavior.
Okay.
Supposedly.
Okay, but are we not just secreting pheromones in general? Is it?
Yeah, but you're
only from my vagina?
But it's concentrated in certain areas. I know that I left some dirty clothes on the floor one time, and the cat came into the room. And out of all the dirty clothes, he went right to my panties. And sniffed it up.
The cat was like, "Yo, there's some pussy in here because it smells like it over here." But okay then.
Oh my God, Kitty, you're a lot.
But again, I ask why. Okay, so why not like your armpits then? That's pheromones too. Is it different types of pheromones in different parts of your body, or is it just different types of pheromones are emitted with certain emotions? Because I thought it was the latter. I would think it's the latter, where it's like you emit pheromones through your secretions, period. I don't care if it's your saliva, your nose mucus, your pussy mucus, your armpits, sweat. You're going to secrete pheromones through any kind of liquid that excretes from your body. It just depends on your mood.
I don't even think mood has anything to do with it. I think it would be more like hormonal time of the month. Like if you're ovulating, you're probably going to smell differently on a subconscious level.
Well, no, it's very true, because I can tell when my period is coming on a week in advance. Because it's a different smell. But again, it goes back to my question of, is it different type of pheromones from different parts of your body? Is it hormone? At the end of the day, I'm gonna stick to my Bath and Body Works for real. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't need any kind of hoodoo, voodoo, extra stuff to try to entice a man to look at me differently. Outside of like, you know, my face smelling clean and pretty, my personality, my sense of humor. You can smell the vag when you've unlocked that level. Okay? That's how I feel. What about you, Mike? Oh, you want to move on, Mike? You want to move on? Am I triggering you? Has someone tried to use their pheromones against you?
How would he know? Like,
they might tell him.
Well, that would be such a weird thing to reveal about yourself, that even if you had done this, you would not want to reveal this. Like how would you feel about your relationship, Mike, if like y'all get married and then at your 20th anniversary party, she's like, yeah, let me tell you the story about how I got bite by dabbing my pussy juice on my neck. Okay, telling us we should move on.
He's being triggered. He's remembering the time. Yeah. It's funny though, because I fell down a rabbit hole on YouTube, as one does, and was watching this, for lack of a better term, a witch, a black woman spiritualist. She refers to herself as a witch. Okay. She had broken down a scene from P-Valley in which a character had did like an exorcism of sorts, with one of the characters. Like, he was snapping his fingers and all of that, and actually removed like 7 pounds of spiritual weight from this woman's shoulder. Like, he put it on a scale and everything, had the window open. It was wild to me. I was like, what?
How does spiritual weight have like weight? How does it have 7 pounds?
Well, the 7 pounds was how much pressure is needed to shoot a gun. And she had recently shot a gun, and she was complaining of shoulder pain. And there was a lot of trauma around her having to shoot the person that she shot, and the cover up and all of that. And I guess that was being internalized as bad energy or what have you. I'm not familiar with energies on that level to really know how that happened to her, how she accumulated that. So I was very confused about the scene I was witnessing, because it looked like he was literally just not even rubbing his hands on her, just over her, and just snapping his fingers at certain points, and she was jerking like there was like something in her. It was crazy. And so this woman, her name is Yaya or something on YouTube, she clarified what he actually did. Now, excuse me, I don't remember what it was actually called, but someone verified it's actually a technique. So anyway, I watched some more for stuff, because she's not someone who out there who's like trying to turn people to her beliefs in spiritual guidance and stuff like that. It's just, she's even had videos that's like, yo, practice what you do in secret. Like, don't just be out here just telling people, oh, I do this, oh, I do that, you know. But it's funny to see how there's so many similarities in what she does that has just permeated the Black community and culture in general. As much as a lot of Black people are like, oh, that's witchcraft. It's like, there's a lot of stuff that we do that we don't even know the origins of, that has roots in that. But going back to our discussions of, like, you know, vaginal secretions and stuff like that, she told a warning about doing love spells. Now, I, as a fairly God-fearing Black woman, but am aware of magic and stuff, even I know you do not do love spells.
Somebody once gave me a book of love spells. I don't know why he had this book or why he gave it to me, but I was like, cool, a book. And I read through it, and I was like, it's not like Christianity that stopped me from doing any of that stuff. It was ADHD. This is too many steps. This is too many steps, and this is too much like out of the way bullshit. Like, I'm not stealing from somebody's home to get one of their like garments or whatever so I could do stuff to it. Like, I'm not going out into the woods. I'm not
it's doing too much.
I'm not doing any of this. And I'm not waiting for a full moon. Like, this is too many steps. It's too complicated.
And from what I understood from those who are more familiar with the community and the practices, love spells, the biggest no-no about love spells is the fact that it takes away somebody's free will.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you're forcing them to have feelings for you with no regard to their actual feelings for you. Because there are other folks who are like, you know, you can do it as a way of furthering your bond with someone, you know, when they consent to, like, yeah, let's do this love spell together. I already love you. Let's make it stronger. This is our practicing culture, whatever.
I feel like nobody's looking to do that. Like, nobody who's buying these books is.
You'd be surprised. There's some desperate women out here. Yeah, that was something else that she spoke about. Food spells.
I know about that one
as well. Yeah, I've heard about the spaghetti one, and it's unfortunate because it's like, spaghetti is one of the first meals I learned to cook on my own. Now, fortunately, I haven't like scared any guys off. Oh wait, I just remembered I made a dude spaghetti one time. This was in college. Like, this was a friend of mine in college. And again, spaghetti was like the only meal that I really knew from my mom that I would make for myself. And maybe he wasn't aware of like that taboo of like eating a woman's spaghetti if you don't really know her, because I didn't know it. Like, you know, there was nothing nefarious about my spaghetti, but if he had turned it down, I would have been confused. Like, what? Is my spaghetti not good? Like,
did you hear about the one with cornflakes?
No. What's the cornflake one?
Pea.
Ew! Nigga, what? Wait. What the fuck?
My great grandmother, when she saw like what she considered to be mismatched couples in terms of like looks, she'd be like, somebody pissed in the cornflakes.
What? What, did someone eat the pissed cornflakes, or do you
you serve them the cornflakes with a little bit of your pea in it, and it's supposed to like bind them to you.
Oh.
Just like the spaghetti is supposed to have period blood in it, right?
Yeah. That is gross. I always think about that now and it's weird too. Well, not weird. It's a coincidence that I always end up making spaghetti around when my period is about to start. Not on my period, mind you. Not on my period. Usually it's within a week of my period starting. So by the time my period starts, all the spaghetti is gone. I've eaten all the spaghetti. No one has to worry about them accidentally having some weirdness in their spaghetti. My spaghetti is safe. You're safe around my spaghetti. Maybe not if you're a diabetic, because I put a lot of sugar in my spaghetti. So that's the only thing you got to worry about there. But yeah, when it comes to the yes, well, if you mean her as in a woman you don't know and trust, yeah, maybe not eat her spaghetti on y'all's first date. Don't do that. But my spaghetti is fine if you're not diabetic. If you are, I might put you in a coma. But yeah, the woman was saying she was just giving a cautionary tale about doing love spells. This girl, she wasn't a practicing witch or what have you. She was just on Google and stuff, and just one of the steps was like your book said, stealing something of theirs from their place. And you had to have intercourse. So you have intercourse with them. You take their underwear.
Oh.
Put up a warning. Do not follow these steps. These are not steps for making a love spell. These are very truncated ways, summary of what this love spell is. And I'm because this is so truncated, and because what she followed was probably not all the steps, this is why she got messed up. So
okay, so you're telling me
the TLDR was have sex with him.
Steps. If you fuck it up, it's definitely gonna backfire. If you don't fuck it up, it could still backfire.
It depends on your intention. Like a lot of spell work is intention.
I think
manifestation is intention. And
I think some people kind of like dip and dab in like yoga and Buddhism, but then they like still hold on to their Christianity. I feel like this is one of the ones that you don't dip and dab into. Like either you grew up like this and you know what you're doing, or you don't, and you should just sit back, relax.
Yeah, for sure. And so again, steal his underwear. And then she had to like write her name on the underwear in like a certain color marker.
Oh, that's so embarrassing. What if he finds that shit?
and then you put it under your pillow and you sleep on the pillow with the dirty drawers for like worse. 3 days.
What if he finds that? How bad would you freak out if, first of all, you lost your drawers, like you lost a pair of underwear?
What's a guy? I don't know how many guys actually keep track of their underwear like that. But me? Oh, I'm keeping track of my underwear. Because they all different. I don't just have
you
five
have a
pairs of
favorite
boxers
pair
of the same color.
You know you have a favorite pair.
Yep.
Can you imagine you lose your favorite pair? You're like, wow, where are the gray ones with the white dots? Like, where are they? And then you find them. And he's written on them with a marker and it's underneath his pillow.
I am leaving expeditiously. I'm taking them panties. I need someone to exercise these panties or something, because in the end, her intentions were not specific enough. And so he just became very obsessive with her in a way that almost became abusive. And so she called her Christian, God-fearing mom, was like, Mom, I did this love spell, and now this boy won't leave me alone.
Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. You had to tell somebody else?
Yep. And the mom was like, mail me the draws.
What?
She's like, what are you gonna do? She's like, don't worry about it. Just mail me the draws. And then within a few days, he started to back off.
What did she do?
We don't know. We don't know. I don't know if she burnt them, buried it with some sage, blessed it with some holy water. I don't know. But yeah, again, it just goes to show, like, as Christian as folks can be, there are still like some elements we may have adapted from other practices and just incorporated it into our modern day practicing of Christianity. I mean, saying your prayers might as well be a spell in itself.
Really?
In a way. It's just semantics as far as I'm concerned. A spell versus saying your prayers. You know, asking for protection. It's all about your intention. Even when it comes to like manifestation. I listened to her video about how to manifest things in your life, and one of her key points was you need to have a clear vision of what it is you want and how you want it. And when she put it in that sense, I realized I was already doing a sense of manifestation for aspects of my life. And in other aspects where I was not seeing progression, namely like me having a boyfriend, I don't want a boyfriend. I've never asked for a boyfriend, not since like middle school, elementary school, when I was just trying to keep up with the Joneses. But as like an adult, I've never actually had in my mind, oh, he's going to be 6 foot. He's going to be this complexion. He's going to look like this. I've never had a clear vision in my mind of what my partner would look like. Yeah. Just how I want to feel with a partner. And that's too vague. So it's just never come to fruition for me, as opposed to my vision of what I wanted for my first apartment, what I wanted as a career, what I wanted as an office to work in. All those things that I've wanted and had a clear outline for has come true. I never thought of it as manifestation. I just thought of it as me just planning and moving accordingly.
Goals?
Exactly. I just thought it was goals and just working towards those goals. But, you know, semantics wise in other practices, it's manifestation. So all that to say, move with intention. And don't take nobody's free will, because that could turn around and bite you in the ass. Don't be making spaghetti to folks who don't know you. Don't be eating nobody's spaghetti that you don't know.
If you have to get a love spell from a book or an internet, just leave it alone, because you obviously didn't grow up like that, or else you would already know what to do.
You would already know. Your mama would have already taught you.
Beware of cornflakes.
Make your own bowls of cereal.
Which is crazy, because isn't cornflakes like Kellogg's, right?
I mean,
and Kellogg's was a part of that whole movement, like to make you feel less sexy and less lusty by giving you very bland food. So there's really? Like, I mean, cornflakes are supposed to like tap down, and graham crackers too.
There was definitely a health push for cornflakes, but that was for every big new commercialized food out there, like cornflakes, orange juice. Like there was always a push that there was some health element to it, especially early on.
But no, like cornflakes and graham crackers were specifically supposed to like make you not have sinning thoughts, like specifically like it's supposed to lower your libido.
I mean, I can see how it would. There's no flavor, it's boring.
And this was graham crackers going. And then somebody bought it and it was like, fuck that, I'm gonna make it good by adding honey and
the cinnamon graham crackers.
Yes. But imagine what a graham cracker would taste like without the honey and the cinnamon.
Probably like those little things they give you at church when you do the
wafer,
whatever that thing is, where you drink the blood of Christ and you eat the cookie that's his body.
Yeah.
Again, sounds like spell work to me. But jazz it up and put Christian on it to make it holy. Yeah. I mean, Christianity in general is just such an amalgamation of different beliefs anyway. It's, you know. Do you? Whatever helps you sleep at night. That's what I say. And for me, I gotta say my prayers at night. If I don't say my prayer of like, Lord, if you take me in the middle of the night, I'm good. I can't go to sleep. I physically cannot fall asleep if I have not said my prayer of like, please wake me up in the morning, and if not, can I go to heaven? Like, that's the TLDR of the prayer. But yeah, if I don't say my prayers, I'm not at peace before I fall asleep. For other people, they have to say their prayers first thing in the morning to get their day started. Yup, that's the one. Now I lay me down to sleep. Been saying that one since I knew how to talk. I think I know the Lord's Prayer. Yeah, I know the Lord's Prayer. But the Lord's Prayer is like, it's a lot. And I'm just trying to go to sleep. Like, you know, I like to focus my prayers is what I'm saying. You know, got my prayer for my food. Got my prayer for when I go to sleep. Got a quick little prayer. You eat? Oh yeah, say my blessing before I eat. I don't know who been touching my food. God bless it. Bless the table. It's funny because I'll have my Nana bless the table, and like we never know how long it's gonna be. Because like she'll take a pause and it'll be like, okay, she's done. Please, Lord. We're like, oh shoot, I done already put the food in my mouth and she weren't done blessing it. God help me. Let me not chew it. But anyway.
Is that how you're supposed to? Is that the workaround? Like, don't chew it.
Don't chew. That's me. That's what I do. I'll be like, I'll put something in my mouth and be like, oh, I didn't say my blessing yet. Let me not chew. Say my blessing and then continue to swallow.
Okay, so with us being Christian but not going to church that often, I have a couple of kind of things that have happened just when like I'm out with my family and somebody's looking to bless the food and we don't know, like we're already eating, like okay. So like I remember I had gone out with my friends and my brother, and my friend was like, she bowed her head to like bless her food, but Trevor had been talking to her, so every time she bowed her head, he moved in closer to talk to her. And I watched them go for 3, and then because he moved in closer, she'd pop back up, and then he'd move back, but then she'd go back to bowing her head, and then he'd move in closer. They did this for like 3 rounds before I was like, Trevor, stop. She's trying to bless her food.
Bruh.
He's like, what? He's like,
why didn't she just tell him? Like, whenever I'm out with someone and I need to bless my food, and we're like mid-conversation or something, I'm like, oh, hold on, excuse me. Do my little blessing. Okay, what was you saying? Like, come on now.
He didn't know.
Because some people just can't pick up on social cues. I remember one time though, we were just trying to find a place to park, and we saw like a family. The woman had like a hijab on, and they were like outside of the car. Like the men were standing up outside of the car, but you could, as we were driving by, you could kind of see there was like a blanket on the ground and like a woman, and we were like, I can't tell if they just got here and they're just saying their prayer, or they're saying their prayer and they're about to get in the car, but they were in mid-prayer, so we couldn't like roll up on them like, hey, you coming or going? Like, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, let me just
be
respectful and come back. Like I've gone to gas stations where they've like, especially in certain neighborhoods where they'll have like the plastic between the cashier and you can still come into the gas station, but they have that window closed and they're clearly praying. And I've sat there and waited for them to finish before, you know, being like, okay, yeah, I like this Mountain Dew, please. Like,
right.
I admire those people who take the time out of their day, no matter where they are, to find wherever they need to be facing in the world, to say their prayers. And to think that there are some people out there who will just be so disrespectful. You holding up the line. I got places to be. Like, bro.
Oh my God.
Like, come on now. Let them do their prayer. You could just roll up in there, take something, and leave. If you want to be that kind of person, like you and
if you want to go to hell, I mean,
you want to be that. If you're somebody who's going to complain that somebody is praying, I'm not going to put it past you to just roll up in there and just take something, which is probably why some gas stations will just straight up lock the gas station door. Like, you can't even get into the mini mart area while they're praying, because they know some of y'all will sit there and just roll up in, take something, and walk out. Well, yeah. Anyway, that was faith and all that. What else has been going on with you?
So we haven't done it in a while. We haven't done the podcast in a while.
I was about to say, what? Done what? Sex? Oh my God. Like, we've never done that either.
It. But
yeah.
Like,
you sound so put out. It's been a drought. It's been a bit long for you.
Yeah.
Intentionally or because pandemic?
Both. Like, well, first I was like, remember, like, I was finishing up my PhD, and I was just kind of like, I had no time for like going out and doing stuff when I'm like,
you don't like
run
going
my
out.
Study. Oh yes, I do. Before the pandemic,
you yell at people who get too close to you on the path when you're doing your jogs.
Yeah, but I like going out. I just have a exaggerated startle reflex. Oh, that reminds me. I did once scream because okay, so I was in CVS.
Mm-hmm.
And out the corner of my eye, I saw something like real floaty. It of course it doesn't make any sense. Like, I screamed because like shit looked like low-key looked like a ghost. It was just a woman. It was just a woman in the, what is that, the niqab? Yeah.
Like the full body get up.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And she was very graceful little steps. I screamed, and then I was like, I'm so sorry.
Listen, I've had my white coworkers walk up on me in a kitchen and have screamed because I'm not used to being around people. It's been 2 years. And my coworker, he was like, "What you up to? What you screaming for?" I'm like, it's been a minute since I've been in the office and been in a kitchen, and somebody like would just roll up on me. Like,
right.
I'm not used to people. I can't help that I'm the only black person in the office and all my coworkers are white. Like,
I can't small talk no more. Like, I
don't like small talk. You can keep that.
But then after not being forced to do it because of the pandemic, it's just kind of like,
now I'm really like, let's get to the point. My emails are very curt. I have to work on that. I have one of the producers, he'll like send an email reminder for us to put in our times, and he'll do like a whole paragraph of like some random fact trivia thing, and it's cute, but I always tend to like just scan it real quick, be like, okay, what's this email for, bruh? Okay, cool. But me, I need to work on that. But yeah, so
I had some trailers that I wanted to get to because like I've been watching The Expanse. Are you into sci-fi space stuff? Is that no? That you took too long.
It depends. It depends. Like, I'm not immediately gonna get into something because it is sci-fi.
Okay,
but I don't mind it. Like, some people are
did you watch Battlestar Galactica?
I did not. I don't even know what channel that came on. I feel like that came on when I was like too young to maybe find the channel.
Okay, I think that might have been, was it the Sci-Fi Channel? I'm not sure of what channel.
It might have came on too late too. Like, remember, you got a good 10 years on me. So I could barely stay up and watch Adult Swim. Like, I could probably watch one show at 11 because I had to go to bed. But yeah, sci-fi's cool.
Okay.
What about The Expanse got your interest? There's like some Korean drama going on it too.
No. It's I like sci-fi, so I was all here for Battlestar Galactica. There was a really bad space thing that I saw on Netflix. It's canceled now. But I forget the name of it even, but it was kind of boring. It was kind of boring, and it was like it got bad reviews.
Boring.
And I remember, yes, B and Dad were like, because Dad and I like sci-fi, so we decided like we're gonna watch it, and we asked Trevor like, "Have you seen it?" And he said yes, and we were like, "Is it good?" And he was like, "Yeah," and then it wasn't, and then
and now we never trust Trevor's. We don't trust Trevor's recommendations for shows anymore because he lied to us.
We're like, why'd you let us watch that? It was so bad.
He did it just to fuck with you. I don't know what y'all did to Trevor that particular day, but he's like, yeah, I'm gonna waste like 2 hours of their time just for what they did to me.
It was more than the 2 hours. It was a series. And
y'all, at what point did y'all register that this was boring? We need to cut it off.
No, we have to finish.
Oh no.
We're not quitters.
Oh, I'm a quitter. I'm a quitter. I give you, depending on how long the episodes are, if you're a 30-minute show, I give you 2 episodes. If you're a 1 hour show,
such bad reviews.
If you're a 1 hour show, you get 1 episode. Like you need to give me a reason to want to see the next episode by the end.
We were just kind of like, well, they are in space. I don't know.
Wow, but the bar is low.
But we are really liking The Expanse. Okay, Mike, please roll The Expanse footage.
That beautiful beam footage. Did he even have it loaded up? You don't gotta do nothing but sit there and have the.
May I ask you something?
You just love being able to just mute me out of nowhere.
Endless blue skies. And open water all the way to the horizon. What the hell is she doing way out here?
I have something for you. Little lost daughter case. I need someone discreet.
Say no more. Julie Mao discovered something that would tip the balance of power. Someone will do anything to keep it quiet.
Some kind of game being played here. If you really do want to stop it, then let's go.
You want to be careful how far you take this.
Zero G said.
Earth is over.
That's
something
interesting. How would that even work?
No, but like when
wait, hold on. Were you talking the whole time? Because you were muted.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so but yeah, that's a scene that happens in the very first episode, and like it's funny what happens.
They had to hook you somehow. They're like, look, we got titties in space.
But no, it's good. It's good. I like the political nature of it because they have it structured so that like it takes place in the future, obviously, and they have Earth, Mars, and the asteroid belt, like all vying for power.
Like the colonies in the astro belt. It's giving, right, Roxy? It does actually. Like it's not just about modern day scientists up in space and an alien attacks them or something. It's like
no, it's very much the humans are the problem. The humans attacking each other. Yeah,
it was looking like a mystery noir. You know, so
in the very first couple of seasons, they are a mystery as to what happened to that one girl that you saw that was like looked like she was barely surviving, like trying to put those 2 drops together.
yeah. And it's like what you said with the political aspect. or the politics of it being Earth versus Mars versus the astral belt. It reminds me of usually how the power structure is in the Gundam series, where it's usually Earth versus space colony on named planet here type thing. There's always some kind of power struggle. I know some people get a little turned off when you say, "Oh, the show gets political." It's like by virtue of whatever world you're creating, there's going to be a power structure, some kind of politics at play. That does not mean that the politics at play are going to reflect our modern day politics or what have you. But there's going to be some politics. Right. And I like that idea of like Earth versus the more advanced colonies kind of thing. Usually Earth is like a backwater planet at this point. Like nobody wants to be on Earth kind of thing.
No, Earth is dominating. It does have some Battlestar. Well, they are dominating politically.
Yeah.
But also like they have some societal problems themselves, such as like most people don't have a job. Like society has advanced to the point where like there's not enough work to go around. So many people are homeless. There are problems on the belt with the revolution because they are the ones who have to do like all of this mining and stuff and all of this like really difficult labor, but also they end up with defects due to being humans that are growing up in a different atmosphere without the same like level of gravity. So like their limbs are very long and they look different.
Yeah.
Mars is like a like military type society. So there's always like this tension between Earth and Mars because there's the fear that Mars is going to like take that military power and like attack Earth. But Mars is dependent upon Earth because Mars still doesn't have like its own like life, like plants and water and all of that stuff.
That sounds similar to what was happening. Again, very similar to power dynamics in Gundam, though Gundam is not one continuous linear time frame with each iteration, but that particular dynamic sounds similar to Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, but Mars and the astral belt, as you described it in The Expanse, is just Mars all in one. So like Mars very much is like a mining colony that wants its independence from Earth, if I remember correctly. But Earth is like, nah, because y'all are resources. We can't have y'all just running yourselves. We think this is so. Yeah, it's ringing familiar. You know, I feel like if someone were to turn it on and I was watching it, I would watch it. But would I look for it myself? Probably not.
I don't know. I was disappointed to find out that this is a series of books and that this has been out here for so long, and I had never heard of it. But
that's good for you though, because now you've got like all this stuff to catch up on.
Yeah. I'm
Have you read the books yet? Have you been able to compare the books to the series?
That is probably coming. Like I got so into Game of Thrones that I did read all the books. Know
that series ain't done yet. You just set yourself up for disappointment with the Game of Thrones.
I know. But then I got very into George R.R. Martin and read some of his sci-fi stuff. Well, actually, like I read all the books like the old-fashioned way of reading, and then I listened to a whole bunch of his short stories and stuff, mostly while I do my hair. Like I listen to audiobooks.
You got a lot of hairs. You could probably finish the entire Songs of Winter.
Yeah, just doing a twist out.
Right. Are you a fan of like Tolkien? Is it Tolkien or Tolkien?
I could never get into Middle Earth or any of that. Like, no. Because so George R.R. Martin is like sufficiently like his sci-fi stuff, like it gets so weird, and that's why I love it. Like
more so than the Game of Thrones series.
Yes,
but like, what about Game of Thrones could you get into that you couldn't with Tolkien?
Okay, so like Game of Thrones, I just was never into Tolkien's. Like, I've seen all 3 Lord of the Rings movies, and I cannot tell you what I saw it was Frodo.
You can't remember it.
It was some talking trees. It was a big fiery eye.
Sauron.
The end. Like
I had to read The Hobbit in middle school, and I'm the same with you. I cannot tell you a whole lot about what happened. There were some people, or there were some hobbits. They were walking. Something about a breakfast. There was a ring and a dragon. And one of them didn't want to be there. I think it was Bilbo. I think Bilbo was like complaining the whole time. He's like, yo, I just want to be home. Why are we even doing this?
I think that's a character I could get into, Bilbo Baggins, because I don't want to be here either reading this book.
But there are some diehards for, I guess I would say, I guess Tolkien is more fantasy than Game of Thrones. Like, Game of Thrones is fantasy, but
also he has like historical. He has historical underpinnings, like that whole Dothraki or whatever. Like, y'all looking real Mongolian. Like, this is.
Oh yeah, and wasn't I want to say one of the houses was reminiscent of like a European family war way back in the day, like the War
of the Roses.
Yes, that one.
Yeah. And I have always been a fan of like Henry VIII, and how he killed all those wives, and also Queen Elizabeth. Like, whenever like school assignments like talk about a figure from history, I would always choose one of them just because I like the history.
Wasn't it Henry the one who apparently was like the one who put everybody on, hey, if you're gonna give birth, be on your back? Because he had like a fetish for seeing his wives give birth, and that's why.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is that him? Yeah. I hadn't heard of that.
It might be him. It might be someone else. There's a whole bunch of these damn Henrys out there. But it was a king from history who just had a thing for seeing his wives give birth, and the best view was when they were laying on their back, and it just took off. When
maybe he's like, because he was very anxious about having like a son, like all of this shit that he did about like creating a whole different church, that break with the Catholic Church. It was like, yeah, this wife isn't working out.
Nigga, maybe it's your dick. You ever think about that? Maybe your dick's not working out.
Because at the time, like their science at the time was that like the sex of the child is the woman's fault.
Yeah, I know. It was some rough times back then. Isn't the sex of the child dependent on the man?
It definitely is. Okay, it definitely is.
The science is
know that now.
And even when it comes to the man, like, even you can't control that, sir. Like, because then there's the whole like, oh, if his dick is this long, he's gonna do, like, it ain't got nothing to do with the length of your dick, honestly. Though I think I want to say there was a research that like said something about like the sperm that would create a female fetus versus a male fetus lasts longer, like its longevity is a little longer or something like that. Don't quote me on that. I don't even know how you would even like test that science, honestly, but either way, we can't control that yet. I mean, people are working on it. They over here making designer babies as we speak, but at the end of the day, guys, it's a crapshoot. You don't know what kind of genetics you're gonna get from your baby.
Yeah.
But what you do want to do,
and once you start designing, oh man, there are gonna be some tripped out people out
like
here.
It's gonna be The Sims, but real life.
That's gonna have some unintended consequences. You watch.
I don't know if I want to make a designer baby.
I definitely would not. That science is so new. Like, don't.
Oh no, not now. Oh, for sure.
No Franken baby for me. No, thank you.
That'd be something I watch my like great grandnieces and nephews play around with, and like instead of like a gender reveal party, it'd be like build a baby parties. And you just put in your suggestions for what the baby should have in like a fishbowl, and they pull it out. It's like blue eyes, yeah.
Or you could do like you can give the guests like all the tools to build their own baby and have them guess what you picked to build your baby, and then like give a prize to whoever gets closest.
Okay, I like that. Instead of a baby by committee. Why should that be an organization somewhere down the line? Baby by committee. BBC. No longer big black cock.
Oh, what do you mean? There's already consequences in some parts of Asia for the designer babies?
Well, I mean, if anything, there's like a preference over gender.
But they've been doing that manually for years.
Yeah. But I wouldn't put it past Asia. They
I hear in China they had to make it illegal for doctors to tell the sex of the baby.
Well, because the preference was on men for the longest time. Now look at y'all.
Yeah, and it was so strong that people would like abort a girl baby.
Right, or abandon them. Now look at you.
Yeah.
Just a whole country of a sausage fest. And you're about to be outrun by India in terms of population in the next 30 years. Look at you. Your whole country about to just be gay men.
I want there to be a series about the ghost of Chinese baby girls, like wreaking havoc on families.
Be scary. But the fact that like China and India are like in the billions in terms of their population is wild to me. Meanwhile, America's just in the millions. And we've had millions die of COVID in the last 2 years. And
1 million. One full million.
And nobody is trying to have kids. So we really running out of population.
Well, how can we? Like, where are we going to raise them? It won't be in a house. Like, because the housing market.
Well, with Roe v. Wade being gone, they just about to have you just about to have that baby.
And that baby gonna wind up on a mountaintop. So
they just want bodies. Like the whole point. I was watching. It was actually BBC. Not Big Black Clock or Baby by Committee, but the actual British whatever BBC.
British Broadcasting
channel. Yeah. They were talking about how India's population retainment is just above what they need for the like replacement, in terms of
India's just above? Oh my
India
God.
is just above birthing enough people to replace the working generation when need be. Just above. So, they're gonna have the people to do a lot of those jobs over there. America, I don't know. I need to find some reports on like where America stands on like how we can replace the workforce. Like, are too many young folks dying? Are not enough of the old people dying? I mean, in general, people's lifespans have been expanding due to medical advancements, but on the same coin, folks can't afford medical procedures. So
or basic health care.
So then it's like, what the heck?
People for years skipping their general appointments and shit. Yeah.
Only folks that surviving are the rich folk.
I haven't been to a doctor in years, and I recently was like trying to get my stuff together. And so I got my insurance together. I got a doctor. I went through like what felt like a million hoops, and like getting like my insurance on to like communicating that I have insurance to the clinic, like they messed it up twice. And then I had to go into an app and fix it again. And then I prepaid for my doctor's appointment and everything. And then like a couple days later, I got a bill for $600. $667. And then I had to call them and say, what is this bill? And then they're like, oh, we're sorry. Like it wasn't the clinic. It was I guess somebody at the clinic, like
didn't process your insurance.
No, they did process my insurance, but they wrote it down wrong. Like it was just like a general like healthcare like thing that I needed to do, like just a general appointment, and somebody wrote it down as something else. And then my insurance was just kind of like, we don't recognize that code, so you had an appointment when you shouldn't have, and that was $667.
Yeah.
And then I had to call them, and then they took it off, but it took a full month for it to come off.
No, me and my mom have similar situations to what you went through. In the
that's
sense
weird
of like,
that's so that,
or just in terms of the fact that it's not a calculation error, but a filing issue on the clinic's part. Like my mom, like she went to the hospital a few days ago, and they were supposed to have gotten her updated like primary care information and all of that, and they didn't do any of the tests or procedures that she asked for, and just discharged her, only for her to get her discharge sheet, and the sheet was saying that they had did all these certain tests, which they didn't, and had the wrong primary care provider information on it, despite her having given them the updated information. Meanwhile, I've had to deal with, like, mine is luckily not as bad because I have insurance through my office, and being able to navigate all of that has been fine. I was even able to still use my same doctor. I hadn't seen her in like 2 years until I had gotten this new job, but luckily she was still within what they call it,
network.
Within network, yeah. So nothing to really update on that front. But I got some testing done, which you warned me your insurance might not cover this, or like you'll take a little off at the top maybe, but you'll probably have to come out of pocket for it. I'm like, all right, cool.
Right.
It was only like $50. But I have an HSA account, so I have a credit card specifically dedicated to medical needs.
Okay.
And I gave them that card, like, because they sent the bill in the mail. So I filled out everything for them to do it. And for like 5 months, I kept getting the same bill over and over and over again. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Are y'all charging me again? Did this not go through? And they're like, oh yeah, sometimes the HSA credit cards they won't go through because we're actually a university and it doesn't come through as an actual clinic. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Just what? Bullshit. I've ordered shit online. Like I've ordered my glasses online through third-party sites and it's charged fine, but for whatever reason y'all can't process my HSA card because you're a medical university.
When you order your glasses online, is it cheaper than just buying it in the store, or how does that work?
Okay. Yeah, because I'm pretty much it's usually it's 9 times out of 10 it's just the frames that are expensive. So I'll still get my eye exam in store. And then they give you the prescription for your lenses, and then on the websites I just put in what my prescription is, and then the frames themselves only like my frames are like $20.
What website do you use?
Zenni Optical.
How do you spell that?
ZENNIOPTICAL. This episode of Fatash brought to you by. Like, no, we are not sponsored by Zenny Optical.
We want to be.
That'd be cool. I've definitely like. There's a lot of different online sites for buying frames. There was one that had a promo where it was like, if you sign up, you'll get some glasses for free. So I have a pair of glasses that I got just for signing up. I can't remember what the name of that was, but it was like, buy the glasses, post a picture on Instagram, get like a 50% off coupon that you give to friends and family kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely explore your online options.
Yeah, I have an eye exam. Yeah, I'm trying to get all my health stuff out the way while I have time, because like I found like insurance and time, because like it's just hard to get both to line up, because like when I was working, it's just kind of like
I can't take off.
Right, and I don't want to use up my vacation days. I want to be on vacation on my vacation days. I don't want to be at a clinic like
I feel that. Yeah, I oftentimes will try to have as many appointments in the same day as I can, if not within the same week. And fortunately, I can usually do that like during my workday. Like I would go during my lunch break, because the office where my doctor is like 10 minutes from my office. But like, I'm gonna need them to be on time, because they'd be so quick to cancel your appointment if you're more than 10 minutes late. But here I am 10 minutes early, and it's still 20 minutes before you even see me. Then whatever we have to actually do during the checkup, now I'm late getting back to work.
Yeah.
This is America.
Healthcare. Ugh. All right. Well, should we wrap it up?
Yeah, Mike getting itchy over there. He's thinking about that spaghetti he had last night and that new perfume his girl's wearing.
All right. Well, I have been Fatima.
And I've been Ash.
And we've been Fatash.